Okay, episode 108. Possibly 108. Possibly just for the Patreon. We're going to see how it goes. Sugar has some crazy shit come up. We're going to talk about that all next week. Sugar will be back in action. But I thought we might as well come in and bust out a fucking pod for you guys. Just because. Mariah went to the store real quick to grab us a couple snacks. So she'll be here and we'll get into some good juice. But fucking main juice going around, dudes, is that Biden-Trump shit. Holy shit. Listen to this video that my dad sent me this morning. He's like, share this now before Facebook takes it down. This is what happening in Arizona, they're saying.
So explain one more time.
So the people that were in front of me, there were two people in front of me that used the Sharpie.
Yes.
That was given to them by the poll workers.
Yes.
It did not read their ballot.
Okay.
And they flooded in there twice. I used the pen.
Yep.
Took their Sharpie and threw it away.
And it read your ballot.
And it read my ballot.
And it read your ballot.
And it read my
So
ballot.
what they're doing is they're telling people to use the Sharpies. That way
Yes.
those votes aren't counted.
Yes.
That's exactly what's happening.
Yes.
So there was other people that were in there voting with their pens, and they literally went around and they were yanking pens out of their hands.
Yes. They tried to do that to me. And I took their Sharpie and I hid it because then they said, look for all the Sharpies that are not being used and take the Sharpies back. They had a bowl of pens behind them that they were not giving to people and only giving Sharpies out.
There we go.
That video is like a minute and 45 seconds. But that's what they're saying is happening. Did you guys hear about that too?
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, I saw that on Twitter.
Because wasn't Arizona a big, what do they say?
Swing state, yeah.
Red state?
It's supposed to be.
Dude.
Dang, Joe Biden 264? Because they need 270 to win, so what, 7 more votes or something? Or however that works. I don't
Yeah,
really know.
it's 6 more electoral. But they're trying to figure out Pennsylvania, North Carolina, Georgia, and Alaska.
That's what Tim Kennedy tweeted. He said, the people who cast the votes decide nothing. The people who count the votes decide everything.
Yeah, so one of the things I pulled up was...
I like us just jabronis talking about politics, but fuck it, dude.
Did you see this, though? I thought it was good. The virus has proved that the entire world can be easily manipulated through fear by simply controlling media.
Oh,
Which
dude.
is true, because now it's I think everybody's just Corona's not even a thing anymore.
Oh, I know. Just like Epstein was such a huge thing, then it's like, oh, fuck that, on to the corona.
Yeah.
But the thing is the gym going to shut down if Biden wins? Probably, who knows? Fucking, what else is going to happen if Biden wins? So if Biden wins, there's not going to be riots, right?
Not necessarily.
Or is there going to be riots by all the hicks that...
Exactly.
Oh,
Yeah, they're going to raise hell to say that it was all a sham. That, they were purposely, messing with the ballots and stuff like that.
It was rigged.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude. But then again, it's remember when Al Gore and Bush were that thing, and everyone's like, man, if this guy gets elected, the world's gonna change, everything's gonna change, and then nothing changes.
For real.
That's probably Biden, yeah.
Probably nothing really is gonna change unless he starts trying to shut down shit. And then obviously, like he said in the one debate, how Kim Jong-un's a thug and he needs to be taken care of. And they were saying how much nuclear power Kim Jong-un has.
I was reading that other countries were polling for Trump more than Biden. That it was a global consensus they wanted Trump to be in.
Well, fuck, because think, Trump's such a businessman. He's not going to make enemies with these other big countries because he knows it's a business. And don't they say the economy's such really good right now?
Yeah, stocks rose on pretty much.
It's not like I'm a fucking huge just Trump supporter, but it seems like hearing that Biden guy talk, it's like, what? He can't even fucking form a sentence half the time. At one of Trump's rallies I was watching on YouTube the other day, they played a highlight video, Trump, and he's just laughing. The highlight video of Biden just fucking up all his words. Sounding like a complete fucking tard. I'm like, damn, dude.
That's lit.
The crazy shit with Kim Jong-un, though, is okay, he's one guy. You have no idea how miserable that fucker is. And if he's one guy who can press one button and can just launch a bunch of nukes over here...
Probably want to make friends with him.
That's what I'm saying. Probably want to be friends with him. But Mariah knows a lot about politics than me. But she was saying, because the Biden people are what? Considered what?
I have no idea.
No, so the Biden people are left Democratic liberals.
Democrat. And they're saying the Democratic people want a war.
Well, technically the war never ended, I guess. There's still troops across. They're just not actively fighting anything crazy.
Dan, did you see this, Tim?
Amanda Ribas, Michelle Watterson.
Who's hotter?
Oh my god, if I had to smash, dude, Michelle Watterson, dude. In real life, she's just too sexy, dude.
Damn, is James fighting soon right here? Look.
That fight already happened.
Oh.
But they had to sign a clause to not let the results out. But November 6th, so that's tomorrow. This won't even be released till tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
So, you want me to spill the beans?
Spill the beans.
Fucking James gets TKO'd in the 4th round.
No way.
Yeah.
Big James?
Because James is, I think, 13-0.
Yeah.
Beast, Division I wrestler, wrestled at Ohio.
Have you
he's
wrestled with them a little bit or no?
Oh yeah, I've trained with him a lot, sparred with him a lot, wrestled with him a lot, done jiu-jitsu with him a lot. He's just a solid motherfucker, top to bottom, works hard, fighting for the welterweight world title. But I guess James is doing really good, really fucking good throughout the fight, and then got caught with a flying knee. It's crazy in that one championships too, because they don't test, so you know those guys are all juiced up on the gear.
Damn.
So it's fucking pretty crazy. What fights again? I forgot what fights happened last weekend.
Last weekend. Let me see. Was it UFC?
Mm-hmm.
Or last weekend?
I know the Bellator fights were last weekend too.
Was it the Hall?
Yeah, it was
Uriah Hall, Anderson.
Oh yeah.
Anderson got TKO'd. Bryce Mitchell, fucking, he looked super fucking tough, dude. Because Andre Feely, I don't know where Andre Feely really even trained for this fight, because it seems like that Team Alpha Male is kind of not really falling apart, but it's not like a major team like it used to be. Andre Feely was talking about like all the OGs, like Uriah Faber and stuff, and they're all just kind of going down different paths in life, more business paths. But Andre Feely, he's been training with high-level guys. He used to train with Lance Palmer, guys who know how to fucking wrestle. So Andre Feely knows how to wrestle, knows how to do jiu-jitsu. And Bryce Mitchell, just from a small town in Arkansas, I think, right?
Yeah.
And out-grappled him. Just kept shooting, out-grappling. Bryce Mitchell's fucking tough.
It'd be sick to get him on the Potter.
Yeah, he would come on, too. I bet. Yeah, he's a pretty badass kid. Who were the fights before that? Who were those again?
Let me see.
Oh yeah, Maurice Green and Greg Hardy. Damn, when are they gonna? Well, I guess they did give Greg Hardy that Volkanovski fight. Bobby Green, I didn't even watch that. And then what do we got coming up for those? Thiago Santos, Glover, Andre Arlovsky, Tanner Bozier. So those are decent.
Decent.
You guys ever heard about this? Google this for me, Dana. Pan American Flight 914. It's this flight that was supposed to be going from New York. There's probably a Wikipedia on it. A normal flight that was supposed to be going from New York to... Go back real quick. It's on that...
A conspiracy theory or what?
Maybe 816. No, it's not that one. But it's a flight going from Florida, or no, New York to Florida, and they said the whole plane disappeared.
I think it's this one.
Like
The
it
Bermuda
fucking
Triangle or what?
disappeared, and they couldn't find it.
Man, that's lit.
There's like a documentary on YouTube I was watching, but then it showed up. It showed up in this random country. The flight landed, and they're like, what the fuck? And all the workers were saying it landed, and they ran security up, and the pilot on there panicked and took off again. And then they never saw it again. It was fucking weird.
Well, that's what they say a lot. Shit happens with the Bermuda Triangle. Have you heard about that, right?
I haven't watched much shit about that.
It's like, I forgot where exactly, but people fly over and they just disappear all the time. and they don't know why. It's just like a mystery.
Yeah.
Like nobody knows.
Yeah, that's some fucking crazy shit.
It's kind of lit though.
Crazy shit.
Mariah's here.
Yeah. Brought snacks.
Hot Cheetos.
Hot Cheetos, Liddy. You're in your tank? Yeah. Hey Jay, will you throw me that phone? Yeah, but the sugar news, it's gonna be good news. Good, happy news. We'll talk about it next week. Oh yeah, by the way, this is the last time in this studio. Highway 85, they're moving their main offices back here. But we already found a new studio about two blocks, literally 2 blocks from my gym, and we're gonna set that up today, and we're gonna get it popping today. It's gonna be tight. Thank you. Yeah, so that was good for the last time. But it'll be sweet having our own little studio and get our own little setup. You come on, you come sit down. Okay, post it on the Patreon. Post it on the Patreon what some shit your girl does or your guy does that annoys you, or some relationship juice. Let's see what the first one is.
What's good, Jobs? So my girlfriend, she is very liberal. I don't like to pick a side. I actually voted for Kanye West. You know, I'm not the one to be put in a box and forced to fight, you know, the other side. I don't want to be like that. My worry is that she gets all of her information from social media, so I don't know how much of it's really true. And I feel like a dick telling her, like, you're a dumbass, because you probably just read that on Twitter, and now you're repeating it to me. You know, I try to look into stuff that I want to learn about, you know, like listen to y'all, listen to Joe Rogan's podcast, you know, read fucking books, shit like that. So anyways, Sugar, good luck in all your fighting. Timbo, fucking keep training, keep being a beast on the mats. Talk to y'all soon. Love you guys. Bye.
Yeah, but the thing is, getting information from a website or getting information from Joe Rogan's not much better than getting it from social media, really.
No.
But it's like
Nobody really knows
you put
what's
Michael
true.
over there. Nobody knows what's true. That's the fucking thing. But there is reliable sources out there. You know what I mean? But yeah, the Joe Rogan getting fucking information from us, that ain't no better than anything else.
What up, Jobins? Big Ship from Kentucky here. Hope Sugar's doing well. I got a question for Mariah, because Tim talks a lot about his daily routine on the pod. Is there any part of his daily routine that you find strange? Or is there anything he does that just makes you kind of shake your head a little bit? 'Cause I know he's a goofy guy, so. But, yeah, appreciate y'all. Love y'all.
What mic is for?
It's probably just for a Patreon too, so you can get juicy with it.
Oh. Anything that I find strange?
She's not plugged in.
Not really.
Because you're more strange than me.
No.
Nothing that you find strange.
That you do in the morning routines or anything like that?
Yeah, any routines I do. Nah, nothing really. Pretty much just do whatever the fuck I want, which is nice. Which is, I think, pretty rare, and I think that's why I think the podcast is doing good, is because there's no one that can fire me. I can't get fired from my job. I can't get fired from my podcast. So we can talk about whatever the fuck we want. Don't have to monitor myself around you, which is nice. So that's good.
Yo, Timbo, Sugar, what's good, yo? Jobin Shoe Dog calling again. Still litty off the homegrown. This time it was some biscotti with California poppy and chamomile in the vape. Hey, I've been hearing a lot about AZ lately. Heard y'all voted for Biden, and y'all just legalized weed. So big moves, my dudes. Okay, so I got this little issue with my lady. Basically, I can't fucking sleep when she's in my bed. Like, I'm either too horned up or like she's always trying to cuddle, or she's fucking stealing my weighted blanket in her sleep. Like, I thought it was gonna get easier with some time, but I mean, I guess it's only been a month though. So my question is, how do y'all sleep with your ladies? That's it. Peace and love, my dudes. Job and Shoe Dog, over and out.
Over and out. Get a bigger bed.
Yeah, or bigger bed doesn't matter if you crowd me. You know what I mean? Sometimes I'm like, I wouldn't mind putting a fucking wall in the middle of this bed and you can't cross it.
Because I do steal all the covers.
But sometimes in the middle of the night, I don't mind putting both my hands on you and just fucking shoving you a few feet.
I don't think you've really ever done that.
But you can feel when a nice elbow's in your back, and then
But
you
I
scoot
elbow you
way
back.
over. Yeah, but then you scoot over.
Just start punching her.
You sleep. I just give her one. Do you sleep with Nisa?
Yeah.
You get hot or anything?
I don't like to cuddle, but sometimes I'm like, yeah, just get away. Like,
Yeah.
Let me have my space.
Let me
I like
stretch
to
out
just
a bit.
Spread out, yeah.
It's better with the chili pad, too, because you don't get so hot.
Yeah, that's big.
And, like, we'll kind of cuddle for a couple minutes, but then, like, turn over and kind of start on farther sides. And our weighted blanket is, like, a queen size, so it's a little bit small for our bed. So usually it ends up, he throws it off, it's, like, wadded up in the middle of us, kind of on me. It's heavy.
Yeah, but a month into the relationship, too, it's like, I didn't like sleeping with another person a month in, but then you just slowly get used to it and start knowing where you're comfortable. I face the outside, you face the other outside.
Yeah.
And so it works out good. But the chili pad is a huge fucking help, having that puppy at 60 degrees. Because when I work out twice in one day, my body temperature is fucking hot at night. So the chili pad helps, but...
It gets a little crowded when Eckert and Beetle are both up there.
Yeah. Hey, Timbo.
Hey, Timbo Sugo. Jordan, just wondering. Recently I went through a breakup, and I was wondering what's a good way to focus on myself in the way that I could better myself for a relationship for next time. You get me? I'm sorry if that came out so bad.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Just focus on yourself. Don't really worry about a relationship right now. Do things you want to do, improve on the things you want to improve on, improve your sleep, improve your morning and night routine, just that sort of thing.
Yep. The Way to Love by Anthony DeMello. The book's like $5 or $6 on Amazon. Order that book and read it. It'll help improve your whole life. Like any attachments you have to anything, anything that gives you a negative emotion and makes you feel like shit, that book talks about it. And if you read that book and like you don't attach your happiness to anything else and anyone else, especially having a girlfriend. If you have a girlfriend and have all these expectations that she needs to do this and she needs to do this and she needs to do this to make me happy, then it's going to be fucking tough with any girl. So I would read The Way to Love by Anthony DeMello. Fucking good ass book. And did you guys see that they legalized weed?
Mm-hmm.
So what, January 1st it goes into effect?
So they're planning for the dispensaries to like have enough, I guess, capital to serve everybody. Yeah, product to serve us all. So they're saying they're trying to get it set up for 420, basically. They're thinking March it's gonna be good for like everybody legally is gonna be able to go. But April is probably gonna be like.
Oh, so January you won't be able to buy it.
You won't be able to buy it, but you can possess it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I don't know how that works. It's kind of tricky.
Yeah, that's fucking
like, where'd you
weird.
get
There's
it?
always like weird gray rules like that.
Yeah, like
that
we have
doesn't
our med
make
cards.
sense.
Like you can gift me stuff, but I can't sell it to you.
Yeah.
You know.
So would that mean that's your guys' family's business gonna be booming then, Mariah? Since it's gonna be like anybody could go in there now,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, because that's what happened. Because we have a dispensary in Vegas and North Vegas and Reno, and that's what happened there when it legalized 2 years ago. There, it just went crazy. But it took a while. It took a few months to like get it all in effect. I don't think it went into effect until almost June or July.
Yeah.
But it'll probably be really expensive at first, right?
Yeah, 16% tax on top of sales tax. So
Yes.
sales tax is, I think, together is like maybe
8% and
Yeah.
then 16%, something like that.
Yeah, so it's almost 25%
Dang.
tax.
And
But
then they'll
it should
slowly
be
go
different
down?
for med cards. I don't know about the tax necessarily, but as far as like being treated, it's a lot different.
I think you are like just, I don't know about the taxing
Yeah, I
is
have
different.
no
I don't
idea.
think so, but your priority. So if you're in line and you have your med card and everybody else in line is just like recreational, your priority because it's
Yeah.
medicinal for you.
Mm.
But I think the tax is the same, and that's what people are saying. The tax is going to go up if it goes rec, but that's how it is in Colorado.
A lot of dispos fix the prices in, so you don't necessarily
Notice,
realize.
yeah.
Like Reef already does that.
Yeah.
Dispensaries are anticipating a crush of new business. The Mint dispensaries, for example, are prepared to expedite the construction of a new $25 million, 100,000 square foot growing operation in North Phoenix to keep their Guadalupe and Mesa retail sites stocked in proposition of 207 passes. Damn, so these businesses are like, fuck yes, we just hit the lotto.
Well, like our grow here, they just started expanding and building more warehouses a couple months ago because they figured this was coming.
Company officials do not want to run out of marijuana for medical patients or be left with no supply for recreational customers, which has happened in other states that transitioned from medical to recreational. A similar measure has also passed in New Jersey on Tuesday, according to the Associated Press, while recreational marijuana initiatives were leading in early results in Montana and South Dakota as well. Fuck, dude.
And it
this is going to
passed-
be so, like, what?
And it passed to Montana too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be so... Our kids are like, what? Weed was illegal once? They're going to be fucking weirded out by that.
That's pretty sick, huh? That means I can go in there and get a
Oh
quick
my-
pound or what's up?
Yeah, but you
An
ain't gonna
ounce, you can get an
smoke,
ounce.
Rosie.
Yeah, they'll still limit it
Yeah.
because you like right now, like with your card, you get 2.5 ounces every 2
Oh, okay.
weeks. So they probably will still limit it.
It'll probably be like an ounce over 2 weeks, right?
Mhm, something like that.
Yeah.
That'd be
But
nice,
you can
though.
grow 6 plants, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Huh.
Like anybody.
Yep.
So that's pretty sick.
That's lit.
Yeah.
It's fucking hard to grow weed, though.
I can't imagine, yeah.
Yes.
Fuck. Yeah, that's gonna be crazy. So anytime if you want to pop and just buy a little joint, you can, no matter who you
Sick.
are. Yeah, that's fucking sweet. Here we go.
Hey, what's up, Jobins and Vaginas? What's up, Timbo? Sugar? I was just wondering some reasons why you guys smoke, why you guys light up that OG Bobby Johnson, some health reasons, and then just maybe some funny stories. Later, bitch. Love you.
Love you.
I fucking smoke because it just makes me chill the fuck out. Like, it is a quick hack. Like, just like they say, you can reach those spots with meditation, but marijuana is just I feel like it's a quick hack. Boom, you can be sitting there and just be like, damn, everything's all gravy. Start thinking about the shit you like and really start enjoying the moment when you smoke. What about for you?
Yeah, and like when we're really busy and been going all week or been thinking about doing things, then it's nice to kind of just relax with each other.
Remember, it took you a while to get smoking. I'd always be like, here, I'd almost have to force it on you.
Yeah, I didn't really like it at first.
You didn't like the thought of it, I think. I think you always liked it, but you were like, no, it's bad.
Well, no, and I just wasn't sure if I wanted to get high. Like how you're saying now, how you only like to smoke on the weekends. Like that's how I would kind of feel because I would get up so early and you'd want me to smoke all the time, but I'd be like dragging butt in the morning.
Yeah, ass.
Dragging ass.
Yeah. But funny stories, no real funny stories. Yeah, but I definitely wake up different on the weekends. And I think it is combined with, like we say, overeating too. But when you don't smoke anything, I don't know. I think everyone's different, obviously. I think without smoking, some people can't sleep. Without smoking, I can sleep really fucking good.
Yeah, it definitely depends on the person.
Yeah.
But have you told the story about the first time you ate an edible?
Oh, yeah, that was bad. That was bad.
That
It was
really
after
bad.
a wrestling practice. Frank had a cookie, a big cookie, and I ate it. I was like, oh, yeah, I ate it. And then it was a morning practice, and I had like a bag of jelly beans, and I was sitting on the chair at my apartment.
They were Whoppers.
Yeah, Whoppers. I was eating them, and I was like, what the hell? And I started like wiping them on my face.
I walk in, and he's sitting in his chair, and he's taking handfuls of Whoppers and going, and they were falling everywhere. I'm like, what's wrong with you? And I had no idea that you ate that.
I wasn't like doing that to be funny.
Yeah.
I was doing that because I was like almost
the feeling.
freaking out a little bit. And then I went to my bed. I laid face first and just was like freaking out. Mariah's like, what? Yelling at Frank, what's wrong with Tim?
He had like plaid sheets on his bed, and he was like tracing the lines with his finger and like telling a story. And that I'm like, what are you talking about? And I like went and asked Frank, I'm like, there has to be something else in that cookie. Like, he's fucked up. And we're supposed to go meet my parents for Bridger's birthday. You went in the bathroom for a long time.
Yeah, I went to the bathroom, just sit there trying to regain myself because I walked in for the birthday party and I thought everyone was looking at me weird.
And we were in a restaurant.
Bad. It was probably a heavy dose straight after a wrestling practice, not eating.
And they were like homemade, so they were probably really strong.
For real.
And have you ever been high where you're like worried that it's permanent?
No, definitely. Especially when
All
you
the
said
time.
after you got done working out, that's like when it hits the worst.
Yeah,
for
we
me.
went to go get a birthday present. We were in the mall, and he was like, this is never going to go away. Like, it's never going to go away. And we got back to the car, and he's like, that kid in there, like, I just thought about punching him and what would happen if I did punch him.
But I wouldn't think about doing it. I'm like, wow, that's an option.
Yeah, but then you were thinking about, like, what would happen if you did that.
Yeah.
It was funny.
What about you, LG? You always
Dude,
worried?
that's how I feel every time.
You feel like it's permanent?
Yeah, I'm like, I literally would write notes to myself, don't get high again. On my iPhone, like, I don't like this feeling. I just
Until Tim makes you.
You just get too high.
I get too high.
Remember when we were driving to Vegas, you took that big rip?
Yeah.
I knew you were going to be
That's
freaking
how I
out.
felt. I was like, oh my God, this is never going to go away.
Oh, God.
Or poor JJ when you gave him, like, 2 edibles when he first started smoking. Just, like, falling off the couch, not getting up.
Yeah.
What up, Jobbers? I tried to call in, but it seemed like the line was pretty busy, so I'll just leave a voicemail. My question for you guys today is, what do you guys do with your journals after you're done with them? Do you ever go back and read them, or what's the protocol on that? Because I got a pretty good morning routine thanks to you guys with the daily stoic journaling and stretching. So I'm just curious what you all do with your journals when you're done with them. And then also I was wondering if you all ever listen to Big Sean. He's a good ass rapper. He raps about a lot of the same stuff you all talk about on the podcast. A real positive ass dude. And I think on his website he actually sells journals. So I thought that'd be a pretty good idea for the Sugar Shop. But regardless, appreciate you boys.
Big Sean, you heard of him?
Yeah,
Dana?
Big Sean, yeah.
What kind of shit does he rap about?
He's big.
I think because he's getting older,
Yeah.
he's just getting like more wiser, more in tune with himself.
really?
So he just like meditate, like workout type shit. I don't know.
What about you, Jay, with your journals and stuff? You just have them stacked up?
For my first like 2 that I filled up, I just threw them away.
Really?
But now with my recent one, I'll just like go through it. But yeah, because I've been journaling for a while.
Do you look back at him?
Just my most recent one, not my other ones. I don't know. Just like from years ago.
I have a stack of journals that are just sitting there. I haven't went back and reread them. I should go back and reread them though, especially when I was going through that jaw surgery, going off after that loss.
Do you journal?
You know, I was also thinking about coming back and beating the fuck out of that guy who broke my jaw. Just another fight, come back and fight him somewhere and just go beat his ass just because I feel good.
Just retire right after.
What'd you say?
Oh, I was going to ask Dana if he journaled.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
Do you?
Yeah.
What do you do with them?
I just have them stacked. I have like right now I write in like 4 different ones just because of 4 different things.
Mhm.
So, yeah, I just got them all stacked up.
Do you go back and read them?
I have some from high school that I go back and read.
Is that trippy?
It's trippy for sure. I'm completely different. Yeah.
How like for you guys, is it the same thing every time? That's where it gets tricky, huh? Switching it up and really putting on paper what's going through your mind.
Yeah. I think at first it was hard, but then I feel like I'm always doing a bunch of random shit. I always have something to write about.
I always like the thing where it says first thing and try to switch it up every day, make it different. 5 things you're thankful for, and make it different every day.
Yeah, because those are easy to get like repetitive in that journal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
And it's a big thing. You get in a habit of doing that too. You start waking up in the morning, and like, what's your first thought when you wake up in the morning?
Grab the phone.
Fuck, I for sure don't grab that fucking phone first thing, but I think a lot of people do.
Yeah,
And then
that's what I was
it
thinking.
just floods into your mind. But if you get in the habit of the first thing you wake up, right when you open your eyes, be like, whew, and just find a couple things you're thankful for, whatever the fuck it is. It could be your legs, it could be your arms, it could be your eyes, it could be your hearing. There's just so much for us to be thankful for. Like, thinking about it now, a normal person in this day and age lives way better than a king back in the old days. We got fucking plumbing. We got hot water on tap. We got all this shit. Like, the average person is living better than most kings back in the day. Except maybe a little less pussy. You know what I mean?
I like the XBT app, the morning one.
You been hitting that, Jay?
Yeah, the morning breathing one. And
Fuck
it's free
yeah.
too, you know? Just hit the same one. It tells you to be grateful at the end, like take a couple seconds, see what you're grateful for.
I use the Headspace at night before I go to bed.
Nice.
Yeah, I like that.
To help you sleep.
Yeah, it's just a meditation. I do meditation breathing. Mix
Hell
of both.
yeah. Fuck yeah, dude. There's just so many sweet ones nowadays. That XBT, I like that too.
Yeah, I like it.
Just getting my fucking lungs pumping. And you've been doing yoga in the mornings first thing for about, how long is that session?
Between 30 and 40 minutes. It's like called 21 Day Sweat with one of my yoga teachers that I really like. So been trying to do that for the 21 days.
And then the waking up after?
I do it before or after. I like doing it after because then I can kind of do Shavasana and then relax and listen to that.
Yeah, I like the waking up. I've been using that for a while.
Yeah. But the gratitude journal that we used to do that, I think we got from Tim Ferriss.
Uh-huh.
And if you're not in like a very good spot or you're not very like happy with your life, or even if you are, it really helps like kind of switch that perspective. Because back like that was when I first started working at the Grow, and I like did not want to be back there. But doing that journal every day, like instead of waking up be like, God, I don't want to do this, it kind of switched it to be like, write down what you're grateful for. Okay, it's going to be a good day. What can I work on to improve? What could I have done better? And that helps a lot, especially if you're stuck like in a mundane job that you don't like. And
and back then, that's where we'd get in our fights, and that's where I'd get annoyed. I wouldn't even want to tell you about my day. I'd be like, I had such a fucking awesome day because I'm doing what I like all day, and you're still having to go to this job. So it's like, that was running into a weird thing. You know, and I would always tell you, like, hey, like, you're so fucking lucky you work for your dad. You can leave whenever you want, but still you had to be around, like, that group of people, and it's just weren't liking it. It's been definitely way better that you haven't been having to go to work now.
yes.
But you did good about it.
Yeah,
You
I
weren't
definitely
always
had my
bitching about
days,
it.
but it helped like doing that journal a lot, especially like that first year, because I don't still do it, but helped a lot.
Yeah. I like what Sam Harris teaches, a new thing he came out with on his, but just talks about, and I think it's a stoic type thing, is negative visualization. Picture in your mind bad things that haven't happened. You haven't got fucking your parents or whatever it is. Picture something bad that hasn't happened. Your partner died.
And he has you like come up with that feeling.
Yeah.
And like have that bad feeling and sit with it.
Yeah.
It's crazy feeling.
Because it's crazy when you have a problem. It's like that problem is all you think about. God, I just wish I didn't have this fucking problem. And then when you don't have that problem anymore, it's like, oh, where's the next problem? You're not like grateful that problem's gone.
Well, our brains aren't made for that. Our
Yeah.
brains are made to look for problems to stay alive, but that's not how our society is anymore. So kind of making your brain think like that helps a lot.
Fuck yeah.
And you're good at like reminding me if I was like in a mood or feeling stressed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's good stuff.
What's up, Jovins and Vaginas? It's Carl. I had a question for Sean. Obviously, you guys both know that
Sean ain't here.
the ice baths release adrenaline, aka neuroepinephrine, in your brain. Sean, I was wondering,
what benefits do you see you get at night, and how does it help you sleep, getting that extra boost of adrenaline at night before bed? Thank you.
That's for Sugar, but we'll let him answer that next time. But I think, especially with the ice bath before bed, when you work out twice a day, your body's running at a higher temperature, and it doesn't always raise your adrenaline. It maybe raise your adrenaline if you're panicked when you're in there and going, and then you get out and you're fucking, and that maybe raise your adrenaline. But if you practice your breathing and you get in there without even breathing out of your mouth once, get in there and breathe 6-second inhale in your nose, 6-second exhale out your nose. Then your adrenaline's not going to spike up, and you'll probably just get the benefits from your body, for your body.
All right, hey boys, just saw the Patreon post right now, the breath, just training right now. I've been watching your podcast for a while. Been training real hard. I know I'm better than Sean for sure. Been sticking to my nutrition, been doing my diaries. Every morning, just to focus on improving. Always getting better. Always trying to work as hard as I can. Training real hard. Always following what you guys talk about. My nutrition's great. My hydration's great. My meditation's great. Other than that, I know I'm for sure better than Sean. If you guys have any other tips for getting better at Warzone, let me know. But I could definitely beat Sean in a Warzone game, for sure. All right, thanks guys, bye.
See you, brother. Good stuff.
What's up, Jovins, vaginas. So, I've been a fan for a while now. I've listened to every podcast. I'm a Jovin. Anyways, I was just wondering, can we get an update on the homeless guy that you guys had on the podcast? I've been thinking about him lately. Peace. Love you, Jovin.
Love you too, brother.
I love how they're all saying love you now.
I know.
But fucking Logan, homeless Logan.
You probably couldn't find
I was in
him.
that area yesterday, actually, and I actually was trying to keep my eyes peeled for him. But who knows what fucking Logan's up to? That motherfucker was crazy.
It would probably be hard to find him.
He could be geeked up. He could be the fucking CEO of a company by now. Who knows?
It's fucking good, Joe. It's Christian from Houston, Texas. Sugar, I asked you to donate yesterday. Hook it up, brother. Nothing much, guys. Just want to say what's up to y'all. Haven't really talked to y'all yet, so what's good? One thing I would ask.
Oh, shit.
What happened? Did the phone die?
No, what do you guys do after sparring? You know, you take a lot of head shots, body shots or whatever. What do you guys do to recover? Obviously, I know you cold plunge. I know what you guys do. What else do you do after sparring? That's a good fucking question, because if you haven't done MMA sparring, you don't understand. You are fucking sore as fuck. Your body and your joints, all your joints feel inflamed. But I think the number one thing you got to make sure you do is just not overhydrate, because Dr. Andy Galpin just released a YouTube vid about if you overhydrate, you're doing your body just as bad as if you underhydrate. So, like, getting the right amount of hydration, getting some electrolytes in you, and then just don't go to bed that stiff. Go to bed after doing some cat-cows, moving your spine around, doing some nice active stretches, staying hydrated. I think those are the two biggest ones. These are a lot of the...
These guys are going to be, like, really disappointed when Sean's not sitting here.
I know. I feel bad, Joe. We'll run it again with Sugar, but... I was like, well, we either could not have a pod or I could make a pod for the Patreon. So if you like it, great. If not, then fuck it.
Sorry.
Hey guys, 2-stripe white belt here. Started out 2 years ago at this gym, and now I'm at the point where I'm not really challenged with people my own weight. Even with purple and brown belts at the gym. I live in South Dakota. What would you do in my position? My goal is to start my own gym. Lately, I've been just going over the basics and trying to perfect them. The curriculum is getting old at my gym, and I feel like my professor is just selling out for money. We only go over blue belt testing material, which is great, but I know it very well. He never rolls, and he's the only black belt at our gym. How would you continue from my position? Big fan. Thanks in advance. That's a good question, but if you know all the basics very well, like you're saying, then you should be able to go on YouTube. There's so much fucking jiu-jitsu online, it's not even funny. Yeah, and you can't always blame your instructor and blame other people. You got to take it into your own hands too. But you have two options: either set up where you move, find a new gym to go to, or be like, I'm gonna fucking come into this gym with a new attitude. I'm gonna learn everything I can. I'm gonna put myself in a lot of bad positions with all these other guys, and then I'm gonna go online and I'm gonna study. So those are your options. This next text. Love you guys. Best advice for somebody trying to lose weight. Yeah, that's a hard one because you don't know. Everyone's different, and I don't know what your diet's like now. Some people's diets are pretty good, and you have to just tweak a couple things. Some people's diets are really bad, and you slowly have to switch little things at a time. That's another thing that's online that you can research for yourself. There's so many different diets online. You can try those different diets.
And just take it slow. Don't overwhelm yourself and try to change everything because you probably won't stick to that. Change things one at a time and then maybe slowly start working out, and don't expect instant results.
Yeah.
Just take it slow so it's a lifestyle change, not a diet. So you enjoy working out, you enjoy the healthy foods.
Yeah, it's weird how we slowly started to eat healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Slowly. And we got to the point now, I feel like 90% of the food we eat is really healthy.
Yeah, and even we try to make a cheat with healthy ingredients.
Yeah.
And the only time you really feel bad is if you eat too much.
Yeah, or we went to In-N-Out the other day and it fucked us up.
But it tasted so good.
Yeah.
No, that one taco place.
Oh, yeah.
That was disgusting.
Not me, but my best friend is in a situation where he's living with his in-laws for the moment. Every night, his wife and mother-in-law are expected to make dinner, then wait in the kitchen until the father-in-law and the grandfather, who also lives there, finish eating. Then the women are allowed to eat. No bullshit.
What?
The dad and grandpa give my best friend a ton of shit for not eating with them, but he has a kid with his wife and doesn't want to make behavior normal for when they eventually move out and start living the life they want to. Crazy old school shit, boys. By the way, can't wait to see Sugar get a knockout before the end of the year. Joven, peace out. That is crazy old school shit.
It's weird, and they might be from a different culture, and that's just how it is there. But if they're in their house, they probably have to respect that.
Yeah. Yep. I'm surprised we didn't get too many of those juicy relationship ones. Danny, you got a girlfriend right now?
Complicated.
Yeah, it's complicated. How about this? There's a girl I really like, and she lives in Hawaii. So it's just we're apart. We dated for 3 years. So
Apart?
We were together, and then she went off to school there. So
Oh.
it's just been kind of tough.
It's gonna be 90 Day Fiance.
Yeah.
Did you guys vote?
I did. I don't know if she did. I haven't talked to her about it.
Did you use a Sharpie or a pen?
I just used a black pen.
I don't get that.
Did you go Trump?
No, I voted for Kanye.
Yeah, I was
just
gonna say Kanye.
Yeah. I watched that podcast, and I guess if we're taking everybody on their word, he kind of has the best word in my opinion. So.
Yeah. What about you, Jay-Z?
What about me?
Did
vote?
you
I ain't
vote?
even registered, bro. I just don't feel educated in that world.
That's how
I
I
just
feel.
don't feel comfortable voting.
Yeah.
Because when you vote, you have to vote for
Senate,
other people,
yeah.
right?
Yes.
All the other
Propositions.
judges and shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, I don't know anything about this shit.
I know.
I think
I
that's
wouldn't
how
feel comfortable doing it.
Yeah, 90% of Americans, and they just mark boxes, not really knowing
Yeah.
what they're doing.
Like
Yeah,
my
they-
sister was voting. She's like, "Can I leave these other ones blank?" I was
Yeah.
like, I don't know.
Because everyone thinks they just go for the president.
Yeah.
But it's what really matters is the local stuff,
Yeah.
you know.
It's fucking.
But all that drama that they're having with Arizona giving Sharpies and the ballot reader can't read it.
Yeah, apparently in it was Georgia or Wisconsin, they were giving out red pens.
Yeah, they did that. They did that here.
That, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
They were literally handing them out.
That's what we were just talking
Well,
about.
they did Sharpies and then red pens. And I had a friend in Tucson, and they asked her to see a different, her voter ID, which says she's a Republican on there. And then they gave her a red pen to fill out her thing. Yeah.
Well, it's like, I was driving yesterday on the way to the gym, and someone rolled down their window, a wife and a husband. Hey, I'm like, what? They're like, did you vote? I'm like, yeah, I did. Good job, brother. I'm like, who'd you guys, I wanted to say, who'd you guys vote for? Well, I voted for the opposite. It's like, why the fuck do you care if I vote?
Yeah.
Why are people like, everyone vote, vote?
Because they want everyone to, like, use their right to vote.
Yeah, so there's actually, my friend is getting paid, or he was getting paid, like 2 weeks leading up to the election, $20 an hour to go house to house to ask people if they were voting. That's it. And there was an app that was like showing everybody's house and if they had like voted or sent in a ballot or anything like that or requested one. And then all they had to do was mark it and say that they got it, and somebody was paying them money for it, like cash out at the end of the week. So like people want you to vote, and I'm not sure like why.
The campaign later clarified without providing evidence to support their claim that some ballots in heavily Democratic Milwaukee County had been keyed in red pen, arguing that poll workers and not voters themselves corrected or added information to the ballot itself. We estimate that 15 to 20% of the absentee ballots in Milwaukee County were tainted in this matter. This is also only an estimate because our legal volunteers were prevented from having meaningful access of all time.
This is going to get wild.
Is it though? That's
Because
what
then
I'm
it's
saying.
going to come down to lawyers.
He already filed
Yeah.
lawsuits against Georgia, Wisconsin, and Nevada maybe.
So is there a
Someone
deadline?
counting it manually, or is it a machine?
It's
or
a
what?
machine, but the machine can't read like colored ink or
Yeah,
Sharpies, and that's what they were giving people.
Apparently they said machine glitched last minute in the vendor upload. So like somebody brought them a USB of all the votes and it crashed. and then people from 11 a.m. all the way through 5 couldn't vote. So it was like,
Is this the first time that ever happened?
No, there's usually always drama with the polls. Because last year they were saying or last time, they were saying Russian
yeah,
Did
they're getting into our Twitter. or
Russian
something
bots,
like that.
were messing with the vote numbers, and then.
It'd be sick if they made a little app to vote. And
But then
maybe
they can
think
get
about it.
hacked.
Oh, that's true.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Every fucking little Apple update that we just click, okay,
For real.
we have no idea what the fuck they're.
Agreeing to.
It could be hackers. It could be whatever. Just like my friend, a girl has a Snapchat, and she had saved Snapchat photos in her phone of nudes, and then all of a sudden people on Instagram
On Snapchat and Instagram.
were messaging her, say, hey, we have your nudes. You better.
Jesus.
They sent her nudes to her.
Yeah. And then
And
we're
she's
starting
like,
to
I don't
tag
know
her
if
on
it's like.
Instagram.
And they threatened to post them, and they did. But she's like, I don't know if it's a person or bot. There's like 4 different accounts.
Yeah, they were actually just talking about that with the president. Like, if the president disbanded the NSA, which is the National Security, or is it the NSA? One of the intelligence ones, they threatened, saying like, could you imagine if they got rid of us, we would just hack into the country, basically. You know, so like hackers have like
Access.
Oh,
to
yeah.
everything.
Do you remember when all the celebrities were getting hacked?
Oh, yeah.
Jennifer
Their
Lawrence,
cloud accounts were getting
Yeah.
hacked.
Kate Upton. Yeah.
It's pretty lit.
I know. I wish they had leaked more of those nudes and shit.
I'm trying to remember who else.
Pervert.
Was at that time.
It's not perversion.
It is.
What's the definition of a pervert? Will you pull that up real quick, Dana?
Tim Welch.
Yes.
Pervert. Is it just?
Why
is
are you
it
getting so mad?
Is it good to be a closet pervert or just a pervert out in the open? A person whose sexual behavior is regarded as abnormal and unacceptable.
So it's not bad necessarily. It's just
I don't think so.
just abnormal.
Is or
Well, it's
abnormal
usually
to talk about?
like a peeping tom or like
I think
pedophile.
I think the verb is the bad version.
Yeah.
oh,
the
from its
noun
original
is-
form, meaning state, distortion, or corruption. Okay, yeah.
If you're actively being a pervert.
Like, I think people consider it a pervert because I talk about it, and other people just sit. As soon as the door's shut, they go on their computers and they just get freaky on their own.
Oh yeah.
Like extra freaky.
Yeah, you're the pervert noun. So
Yeah,
the
I'm
good
the
one.
open
Pervert.
pervert.
Yeah.
I'm the open pervert.
They decriminalized mushrooms in,
in
Oregon.
Oregon.
If you didn't
Or
see
did you
it.
see that they like what is that thing, that crack or whatever, and all that shit's legal in Oregon too?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they were trying to legalize all drugs.
Yeah, they're
Well, they
trying-
did, right?
No, they
I don't
just
think so.
decriminalized it, and it's still small amounts. So basically,
But what does
it's
that
like
mean though? That means like if you get caught with it, you won't do jail time or
They're
something
gonna
like that.
take it and throw it in the garbage.
Oh,
Because it's still federally illegal. It's like the same thing with the pot. Pot's still federally illegal.
Yeah.
that's crazy.
So the mushrooms, what's gonna happen with? What do you mean they decriminalized it?
They're not illegal to have. It's like weed.
I don't think
Damn.
this article says about it, but
Imagine all the old fucks that are like, "Are you shitting me? Fucking mushrooms."
it's because they allowed ketamine like 2 years ago as a depression drug for therapy and stuff like that. So they're trying to get mushrooms approved for the same thing.
So can you only do it for therapy?
No, it's approved for both now, but or you can have magic mushrooms are like a different version than regular mushrooms. So
Damn. That's crazy shit. All right, Jovins Vaginas. That's it. Patreon pod. Busted it out this week. Sugar will be back next week, and we'll be back on our normal schedule. Last pod in this studio. But I think we're going to keep the same set for a couple more, and then me and Jax will probably just switch it up. Get crazy with it. All right. Thanks, Mariah, for coming on.
Mm-hmm.
Peace.